Hey guys, it's Christine with Pretty Spirits here to do your reading for this upcoming new moon on October 25th. So this new moon is a bit more intense. It's tied to an eclipse. And with that being said, this is an ideal time to look at those deeper negative emotions that we carry within our being. So things tied to lack of self-acceptance, not feeling your strongest self, feeling anxious about it, and being in a place of fear. We want to transform this energy. We want to transmute it by really sitting in it. Instead of repressing, instead of avoiding, this new moon is calling you to take a stand, and to confront those parts of your shadow self that keep you from getting that next level of success, that next level of achievement that's been calling out to you for so long. So this is the time to be in a headspace of letting go and moving on from people, places, situations, habits, and energies that do not serve you and your highest good. So I'm going to be pulling messages for this amazing, powerful Scorpio new moon energy this October 25th. I'm going to pull for 3 different groups, okay? So we're going to start with group number 1. I'm going to pull your message. I want you viewers to take a moment and ask yourself, is it card number 1? Is it card number 2, number 3, or a combination that you are supposed to sit in and resonate with? Which message is coming for you? Ask yourself that. Take a few deep breaths in. Release out. As I shuffle the cards, continue to take your deep breath in. This wanted to come out as an overall message for everyone. I'll get into it in a second. Keep taking your deep breaths in and out, and I'll pull for group number 1. All right. So group number 1, we have commit to yourself first. Commit to yourself first. This message comes through to really be with those that may suffer from people-pleasing syndrome, where you want the validation and the adoration of others so much so that you forget your own personal needs. Committing to yourself first, this is a message of prioritization. What is it that you need to happen during this new moon season? What are the goals that you haven't stepped into yet, that you keep putting off to the side because maybe your children need your focus? Maybe your friend circle is constantly calling on you to sort out all of the drama. Maybe within work, career path, you're constantly giving to your boss, to your team members, but you're not taking the time to commit to your vision of what your life should look like, whether that's financially or creatively even. This is time to be honest. Be honest about what it is that you do to put yourself last instead of first. And I want you to recommit to yourself today. Tell yourself that you'll set better boundaries for people wanting your time and attention, but you may be feeling a little bit drained or not feeling into it in that moment. Be okay saying no. Commit to yourself enough to say, no, this isn't the time for me to give, but instead it's time for me to be in the season of receiving. This is your season to declare, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. Commit to yourself first, and you'll see how things unfold and how the alignment of blessings and abundance, prosperity, all things move out of the way in order for you to get the fruits of your labor. The number 18 points to those having things happen within 18 days. This could be 1 to 8 months, true transformation. But we want to take in the numerology that's at the bottom of this card from the Truth Deck's 3rd edition. Forgot to mention that. That's what I'm using today, the Truth Deck's 3rd edition. And that can be found at prettyspirits.com for purchase. But the numerology at the bottom allows you to take the energy of wands, which we know are about manifestation, ideal for the new moon season. Eights being about abundance, but also tapping into that infinite possibility with the sign of infinity with that number 8 there. So there's infinite possibilities for you to manifest, but what you have to do in order to bring forward the actual physical, tangible nature of these manifestations is for you to understand the commitment to yourself beyond all else, and then you will see how fruitful your life truly becomes. That is message for group number 1. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the messages for group number 2 at this time. Your new moon in Scorpio, messages tied to this beautiful eclipse that's calling us to go deeper within and to not avoid anymore. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. So this card is so interesting because it's come up a lot lately in readings that I've done for others. And it's stressing so many of us to get out of distraction mode, right? So whether that's on social media, which is honestly the biggest culprit nowadays, a friend circle that may be into gossip or drama, maybe this is family members that are constantly adding their insight and opinion unsolicited. Ignore the noise. Ignore the people interjecting, interfering, and meddling, because this distracts you from your ultimate voice. And we know that your ultimate voice is your intuition. So it's time. It's time to ignore things outside of you. This new moon is calling you to get silent, to go deeper into meditation, really understand the little nuances, the little signs that come through, the nudges, the internal rising of answers instead of the noise outside of you. I don't care what scarcity the news is projecting. I don't care about the drama that is going on at the office place. It is time to ignore that, to overcome it, and to say that right here, right now, I have to listen to the quiet. I have to be at peace. I have to tune you out. No, I cannot answer your call. Yes, there will be a delay in you receiving a text back. I understand I ignored the DM. It served me in a deeper way because, again, we know these wands are about manifesting our desires with the numerology at the bottom of this Truth Deck 3rd edition card. The number 4 being about our foundations, our structure, what we are building going forward. So we know that if we listen to the noise, we end up manifesting through the number 1, whatever the frequency of this noise may be. So if it's drama, if it's chaos, we are now manifesting in our next chapter, in our next foundation with the number 4 here. We are manifesting the remnants of that chaos, and we do not want to relive toxic cycles. This new moon is all about breaking out of toxic cycles, toxic patterns, taking ownership over the here and the now and saying, hey, I'm sorry, I can't go back and forth with you. I have to conserve my energy, because the more that I listen to you and your misinformation, the more it adds to my confusion instead of my confidence. That's what's happening now with group 2. I am urging you. It is so urgent. The message comes through very clearly to me right now. It's very urgent that you ignore the noise, that you ignore when someone runs to you and says, oh, I need this. Oh, you need to do this. If it doesn't feel right to you, it's not meant for you. Trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust that nudging, that saying something is off. Stay open to what deeper knowledge comes from you within. All right, so let's get to the next one before we get back to that card that came for all of us when I was shuffling at the beginning of our session here. Group number 3, let's see what messages come through from the Truth Deck 3rd edition. Again, this can be purchased on our website, prettyspirits.com. But let's see what comes through for the final group here. Blame is disempowering. For those of or for those of you who have read with me for some time now, you know this is something I preach. It is something so critical during this new moon in Scorpio energy, because we know how Scorpios can get into it. We know that we can, as me being a Scorpio rising, into that vindictive blame energy, that targeting energy. You are blocking me, you are in my way, and all of that. When we are not feeling as empowered and we get to that venomous state of blame, when we're in that space, it may feel good to be plotting a path for destruction for someone else in that moment, when you are angered, when you are targeted, when you are not given what you feel is rightfully yours. But blame is disempowering. That rage, that irritation, all of that, it feeds your subconscious a message that you are unable to achieve. You are unable to see a path ahead for yourself. But instead, you're giving away your power. You're saying someone else has control over you, your mood, and your circumstances. How disempowering is that? This new moon is asking us to take time, to take a pause, to get into a place of stillness, and to pause before reacting, because we understand that when we do so, when we plan strategically, when we look ahead and we say, I take accountability. This is on me. Somehow, some way, I got myself into this. I didn't see that loophole there. I didn't see the red flags, or I ignored it. I take accountability for not setting myself up for the best possible solution. I take accountability for waking up and noticing that my vibration was a bit off, was a bit wobbly, as Abraham Hicks likes to say. And instead of taking my power back through meditation, through visualization, through affirmation, I instead continued forward through my day, understanding that my point of attraction would be drama, would be things not going my way, because I felt victimized when I woke up from that horrible dream, from the stress of yesterday. I felt uneasy. I felt anxious. So of course my point of attraction would be other people, places, and things that vibrate at the same frequency of what I am feeling. By taking ownership over that deal gone wrong, over someone just cutting you off in traffic, over taking over the vibration and saying, I caused this, because you then can change your future. You can change your path ahead. That is super empowering. Instead of blaming anyone around you, take it back. Take it back. Blame is like candy. It feels good in the moment. It is satisfying for the second, but it offers you no nutritional value. Blame does not add any nutrients to you. It instead scrapes you of the good, juicy, empowering nutrients that you really need. And that has to be centered around ownership. So ownership is the name of the game for group number 3 as we go through this new moon eclipse energy in Scorpio, a powerful one. We don't get these often, guys. We don't get them often. So when they are here, we need to take time to go within. What limiting beliefs, what anger have I, what anger inducing experiences have I suppressed, and why do they keep manifesting in my reality? This is time to really ask the deeper questions and then charge ahead, feeling empowered, feeling ready to face anything. All right, guys, so let's get into that message that popped up for everyone while I was shuffling. It wanted to come out to say, congratulations. We love to see it. We love to see it. And by the way, for those who wanted to get into the numerology of the previous cards, sorry to do that to you, because I did it for the other 2 cards. Blame is disempowering is connected to number 7. We know 7 is the holy number, the creation number, the spiritual guidance number. So it's asking you to really stand in your spiritual power, that you are the creator. The more you give your energy away, the more you step outside of the energy of number 7. All right, so congratulations. Our overarching theme for all that are listening, for any group that is sitting with me here whenever you watch this, it is saying congratulations connected to the number 10. And we know that ones in numerology are about manifestations, creation, new pathways, and then zeros amplify whatever digit they are beside in numerology. So we have a beautiful 10 here saying, congratulations, all of the things that you have wanted, that you have desired, they're here for you now. But the biggest thing is, each group has to work on their own homework, right? And then once achieved, once a shift, once a true transformation has happened, you will see very fast, very rapidly, because of this new moon, because of the way it's working. You will see very rapidly after the new moon energy shifts out, things coming through. You getting that phone call that you've been waiting for. You getting that new house approval that you've been waiting for. You getting the new money increase that you've been waiting for. But you just had to do a little bit more work in order to align with the full picture, right? Everything that you've been asking for, not parts of it. You don't want that. You don't want parts of it, samples of it. You want the full meal. So congratulations. They're in order because you are going to do the work. You are going to ignore the noise. You are going to remove blame. You are going to commit to yourself first, and you'll get to the finish line of feeling so incredible at the end. I encourage you to stay the path of change. Please do. Being stuck in your old ways, it just ain't cute. It's very, very limiting. That was our reading today from the Truth Deck 3rd edition. I love our newest addition to the Truth Deck family. If you're not familiar with our cards, this is our 12th deck here at Pretty Spirits. And we put our love, our time, our attention into these things because we do so many readings a day. We know what it is that people are asking for, what you're looking for in your psychic reading session. So we're creating decks that speak to you from a place of compassion and understanding instead of judgment or fear. Okay? Just a little tease here of some of these messages. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I look forward to reading for you. If you want to schedule a session, a personalized session with me, visit prettyspirits.com and go to services, select the style of reading that you want. I do recorded readings, email readings, and again, it's Christine here pulling your cards for the new moon in Scorpio Eclipse energy. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.